All right. Hey, Danielle, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
It's time for another show. You ready?
I'm ready.
Let's do it. Hi, I'm Jon-David Lenard.
And I'm Danielle Lenard. Welcome to Lenard Team Connections. We've been seeing a lot of great things going on in our community, a lot of really positive things. So, we're really excited today to be having Jennifer O'Brien with State Farm on with all that she's been doing. So we look forward to having her on as well. But first, some Long Island good news.
Smithtown High School East performing Nyon. Joe DeGregory apparently edited this together based on like what it looks like from his YouTube page. This video from individual videos of choir members. Amazing work from Smithtown High School East and the choir and Joe. Wow. That's great.
It's so amazing when you share this. My jaw just like dropped. I mean, I'm so glad that our friend, shared this because she's so talented herself and just the level of talent to do that.
Yeah. So it's really interesting because this friend, Monica, who shared it with me, she's a music teacher, but she's a music teacher in another district, but lives in Smithtown, and our kids grew up together from the Gymboree days. But it's a tight knit community, and so she knows the people around, and this is being shared around. And as somebody who's not a musician and not really an artist, to think that this could be edited in such a way like that with so many people involved, it's crazy.
It is. It's exciting to see like all the musicians, especially a kid.
Yeah, a student, right? So do yourselves a favor. After the show, when the link is up, click that link. Watch the whole thing. It's awesome. Share it. Share it. It brings joy.
Absolutely. That brings us to Bushwick Potato Commission of Farmingdale. They have donated 30,000 pounds of potatoes to the Long Island Harvest Food Bank, which has been serving families in need of food during this pandemic.
Yeah, they're actually the largest food bank on Long Island, which I didn't know because we all know. I think some of us that know about this know about like Harry Chapin's Long Island Cares, another really great organization. They both are. This is actually taken over as the largest and providing a lot of food, always in time of need, but especially now.
Absolutely. So what was that about the 30 we were discussing before? Because 30,000 pounds.
Yeah. So I had to go back and I thought that was like maybe a typo because you can just like 30,000 pounds of potatoes. It like rolls off the tongue. But like stop for a second and realize that that's 15 tons of potatoes.
Mm-hmm.
And then
even a number that you can't comprehend.
Yes. And so like, just think that's like a 8.5 Ford 150 pickup trucks.
So you need like how many Ford F-150 trucks of potatoes in the cab to bring?
Yeah, you would need a lot more F-150 pickup trucks to transport 30,000 potatoes. So, our hat is off to Bushwick Potato Commission of Farmingdale. And so glad we have these organizations, these grassroots organizations in our community that are helping out.
Absolutely.
And then finally, our final piece of good news from Long Island, Northwell Health, the largest hospital system in New York, announced a recognition program for frontline workers. It includes a $2,500 bonus and a week of paid time off. And that's for healthcare workers. And this is the important thing, the unsung heroes, including housekeepers and orderlies and everybody else that makes the hospital, keeps the hospital running.
Yeah, because everybody's talking about the first responders, and you forget about just like the intake people, like all the people that need to help the first responders get this done. And I mean, kudos to Northwell Health for stepping up here and giving them this, because they deserve all this and more.
Exactly. So if you have any good news story from around Long Island, please share it in the comments below, and maybe we'll feature it in an upcoming episode.
Mm-hmm. So that brings us to our guest, Jennifer O'Brien. She's a State Farm agent who, she's got a very strong connection to the community and does a lot. So
Always.
So we're so inspired by her, and we're so happy to have her here to join us.
Hi, everybody.
Hey, Jennifer. Wow, looking good.
I
at
can't.
The office.
Yes.
So can you start by sharing with us what you've been doing, what's changed for you? Can you fill everybody in on the work also that you've been doing in the community?
Absolutely. So thank you guys for having me on. Always love hanging out with JD and Danielle. They are truly some of the most awesome, amazing people, and so grateful through my job as a State Farm agent that I got to meet them. And I love what you guys are doing by doing the virtual shows and give back. So kudos to you guys. But definitely on my end as well, as a State Farm agent, we truly have been living by the motto, like a good neighbor, we're here. And really kind of since it's, this kind of came about even, middle of March, we've been out there in the community. We've donated over 500 hand sanitizers. I worked with one of the distilleries out east and gave them 250 empty bottles to fill with hand sanitizers that they were in turn giving to people in need.
Who's that?
And then we do a lot of fun things in the community as well. For St. Patrick's Day, I did a Lucky Charm drop. We, gave some little treats at the door to dozens of houses. So that was fun. I also did an Easter crafts contest, also delivered a few dozen crafts for kids to do.
Yeah, we highlighted that one. The distillery, would you like to share who was able to do that? Because they
Yes, and I always mess up on their name. I believe it's the Twins Moonshine. I'm botching that up. That's right. So on the tip of my tongue, but it's the Moonshine. I think it's Twin Oaks Moonshine out in Riverhead.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, took a trip out there, and it was just a great partnership as they turn their distillery.
I love everything that you're doing. I mean, we did, like I said, we highlighted your Easter thing. Like, you did not miss a beat. You really immediately stepped up and got things done. So
I just Googled it quick. It's
sorry, you cut out for a second.
It's Twin Stills Moonshine in Riverhead.
Twin Stills Moonshine in Riverhead. Okay, cool. Yes. Mm-hmm. So the Smithtown Children's Foundation has been coming up a lot on our show. We're huge fans of everything that has been going on there. And so, this past year, you really spearheaded hugely the Hauppauge Chapter. So what's been going on? How has this affected that? And what has the Hauppauge Chapter been able to accomplish even under these times?
Sure, absolutely. So as you mentioned, it's probably been maybe not quite a year, but I did take on the role as the executive director of the Smithtown Children Foundation for the Hauppauge Chapter, really trying to emulate what the Smithtown Children Foundation has done in Hauppauge. So what we do is reach out to families in need. It could be financial, it could be medical. It also doesn't necessarily have to be the children. It could be the parents as well. But during this time, more so than ever, the community needs our support. So we're continuing to work with some of the Hauppauge families in need who were previously already struggling, or new families alike with, first responders, or really anyone who's going through a tough time. We've been doing a lot of meal deliveries, kind of checking in on them, making sure they have the right resources. We also work with the social workers at the school as well. They communicate to us. So it's just a lot of communication and making sure that people in need are getting what they need and just helping to be a valuable resource to them.
That's like so amazing. I'm so in awe. And then in the meanwhile, you're still doing your State Farm thing. Um,
Yeah.
so can you tell me a little bit about the Good Neighbor Relief Program?
Sure, absolutely. Yeah. So now more than ever, I am so proud to work for a company such as State Farm. They really are first in class, stellar, just an amazing company all around. They recently announced we're doing a $2.7 let me add the word billion dollar give back to our customers. And that equates to about a 27% refund that current State Farm customers in New York
Wow.
will get for the months going from May 20th to the end of May 31st. So any amount spent on your premium, you'll get a refund back in June for that. So that's something that's amazing right there. We're doing all sorts of things if people need, such as deferring payments. State Farm recently announced a $10 million give back also to small businesses. They partnered with Jimmy Fallon to do a match program on the Tonight Show. That was another $200,000. So
Wow.
really just every day they're stepping up to the plate, and, we're really trying to promote value. The difference of State Farm and having a State Farm agent versus calling 1-800 numbers at a time like this.
Yeah, that's a huge benefit and a huge difference. That actually sounds like one of the biggest amounts off that I've heard from any of the other companies.
It is, absolutely. We were one of the last companies to announce what we were doing, but definitely saved the best for last. Most companies are doing maybe a 10 to 15%, and there's some stipulations in there. State Farm is doing the highest give back by far, and truly amazing. A recent report card came out from Consumer Studies, and State Farm rated it A, and some of the other big competitors got scores such as C, D. So definitely proud to represent the best and number one insurer in the country at a time like this.
All right, cool. Well, again, that's just awesome. So just curious, you've got this, you're still keeping your State Farm thing going. You're obviously in the office, but then on top of that, with the foundation, are there any other organizations maybe that you're partnering with, or any other organizations or individuals in the community that are inspiring you?
Sure, absolutely. And I'm always looking to partner with others. I always have a ton of ideas on ways to give back and what we could be doing. And it definitely takes a village, that's for sure. One recent thing we did, I partnered with a few local small businesses for an Easter egg drop off. We promoted it on Facebook. We had a list of a few dozen families, and I partnered with Pita Pit in Hauppauge, Sweetwater's, Charisma, Nailing Your Expectations. So it was about 5 businesses. We divided up the list. People were able to nominate people who were first liners, first responders, and we delivered Easter eggs to their house, which was truly really amazing. We've got such nice feedback from the community on that. So I think partnering with businesses and show that we are united at a time like this, and that we're here and, trying to do anything we can to give back to the community. That's what it's about right now. And, mentioning the Smithtown Children Foundation and what Chris Fitzgerald is doing, I know you guys featured her a few weeks back, is truly remarkable. Yeah. There are some really exceptional human beings out there that are selfless and go above and beyond at all times, 365 days during the year, but at a elevated height in time like this, really their capes come on and their skills just shine, and it's amazing, the hundreds of meals that were able to be coordinated to give back, and to families who are also dealing with some other underlying things as well, just to make sure that we're putting smiles on people's faces.
And I would put into that category, Danielle, Jennifer O'Brien, as somebody who's working tirelessly, right? I mean, you say it, Danielle.
I can't hear JD. I don't know if you
know.
can. Okay.
So just like we put you in that category as well, like as someone who is working tirelessly to help the community. And I mean, really at this time, just to be so local, and just everybody coming together, these small businesses, to just help everybody, keep going, is just super, super awesome. So just curious, are there what are the best places to reach out to you if they have any questions about making a contribution, about wanting to get involved?
Absolutely.
Everything,
Absolutely. Yeah. Well,
or even any questions about insurance policies.
absolutely. So we are considered an essential business. So I am here, still at work. I am. My team is all remote, so we are still 100% functioning. So definitely, you could reach us by phone. Phone number is 631-724-0002. Or by email, which is jen@insurewithjen.com. Definitely, hopefully, maybe in the comments, I'll post later my contact information. Don't want to spell that out. But, really more so on the insurance aspect. We're really, it's not even about sales at this moment. It's about value. It's, how could we help you? We're finally, able to talk to people who maybe in the past, they worked and then they're driving their kids around all over after school and don't have a minute. Now people are home. They're dusting off that old insurance policy. They're realizing, oh, my policy went up $1,000 over the past few years, or maybe my home isn't insured at the right level. So now's really, the best time. People always put off insurance maybe as like the last on the to-do list, or yeah, I'll get to that. And then a year or a few years goes by. Now's really the perfect time to, really look at your policies. Do you have enough coverage? Do you have the right limits? Are you paying the right amount? And we would love to have that conversation with you. Also, even our increase in life insurance sales has increased about 30%.
I can imagine.
Yeah, I mean, people now more than ever are realizing they're, not invincible. Another thing on people's to-do lists that, yeah, I'll get to that one day. So, just having those conversations that people don't maybe want to have, or an easy conversation that's easy to put off, let us have that conversation with you and discuss, what's important to you and are you properly protected?
That's a really good point, though, to consider life insurance. I'm sure a lot of people are thinking about that, and it's a good time to have that conversation. In terms of involvement for all the other stuff that you're doing, so people can reach out to you there at the numbers and the email that we'll put below after.
Yeah, or through Facebook. Definitely through Facebook as well. PM the phone, email. I have a website as well. It's www.insurewithjen.com. But we're always looking to partner with, other businesses, people in the community who want to give back. We're always working on projects and trying to think of what's next. So yeah, I mean, it really is a privilege to be able to be a small business owner at a time like this, be able to give back and help people. That's really, truly what I love. I love helping people. I love building relationships, meeting new people, even if it's virtually, kind of what we're doing right now. We love having the conversation, and insurance is, all about helping you protect what's most important to you. So that is absolutely something that I'm passionate about, and would, again, love to have the conversation with anyone who's interested in connecting.
Mitch, I could agree. Like a good neighbor, Jen embodies everything, all in that. And again, thank you so much for joining us on Lenard Team Connections. We continue to be inspired by everything you do, and we're here to help any way we can. And we just adore you. So thank you.
Feelings mutual. Thank you guys for having me, and I hope everyone stays safe, be well out there, and we're here for you for anything you need. So like a good neighbor, reach out. We're here.
All right, great. So
thanks, Danielle. Thanks, JD.
If you missed any of the links we shared in today's episode, don't worry, they'll be added to the show description, especially her phone number. I think she had mentioned an email address. We'll provide all of that for you.
So we look forward to connecting with more amazing people like Jennifer who are supporting our community. In the meanwhile, be healthy, stay well, and have a great